You know, that song was very famous for winning the Eurovision Song Competition for Ireland in I think it was 94 again.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And back then, through the 80s, Ireland had a bit of a purple patch, as they say, you know, for winning the Eurovision. It won in consecutive years. Was writing some good songs, putting them in. All the Irish people were having parties, and all, it was another excuse to have a party, let the hair down, and everything was great, you know. But when the Irish won it about maybe 4 or 5 times, the government was getting a little bit fed up because it was costing a fortune to host it every year. If you won the competition, you hosted the competition, so it was costing a lot of money, you know. So seriously, the rumour was it that we were kind of told to put in B-side songs so we wouldn't win it. I'm not kidding you, that's the truth, you know. And I think they're still flying the flag because only last night the Eurovision Song Competition was on, and Ireland came last. I'm not kidding you. We just found that out today, actually. Ryan was reading about it in the car. He said Ireland came last in the Eurovision.
We're very proud.
And now the government are having a party. They're going, you know,
there's so much more money in the coffers now.
Yeah. Speaking of back at home, guys, as you know yourselves, the Irish are known for their traditions, and there's a couple of stigmas that are attached to them, isn't there, Ryan? Like, you know, and I suppose the first one that comes to mind, I suppose, is the old drink, you know.
Totally unfounded, though.
It is totally unfounded. They only see it Byrne and Kelly with our waters here, you know. But yeah, we're known for that. One of the drinks in particular is, you know, the Irish whiskey. You know, and the Irish make some good Irish whiskey. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, they really do. But so a lot of people don't realise that it's used back at home for medicinal purposes as well. Yeah, it is. And funny enough, we were talking about this there only a couple of weeks back, and my esteemed colleague here beside me came up with told me about a great story, and I just think he should share it with you guys too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, this story we were talking, as Neil says, about the medicinal purposes of Irish whiskey. I would even go so far as say the magical purposes that Irish whiskey has as well. And this story dates back to, I suppose I was 8 years old, so that's what, 10 years ago. You're laughing for over there. But, yes. Thanks, Dave. Yep. But no, when I was about 8 years old, I still have a fascination, but more so maybe even back then, I've always loved animals all my life, and my mum and dad used to we used to go every Saturday to a local market. The local market was run by this guy called Peter Ebden, and he ran the market, and so we went to Peter Ebden's market every Saturday, and all the stalls would have, you know, clothes and everything and all you wanted in the market, but at the very end of the market was a pet stall, and that was I could not pass the pet stall every Saturday without trying to get something to bring home with me, some other creature that I wanted to get back. So the house was full of terrapins and guinea pigs and rabbits and hamsters. Was another one of my big things was hamsters. So I got this hamster anyway, and brought him home and called him Fred. Fred Kelly was my hamster. And me and Fred were best friends. Fred was my only friend.
No, he's deadly serious.
Yeah. Fred is still my only friend. But no, me and Fred were good friends, and yeah, we do whatever. But one about 6 or 7 months into our friendship, I got up one morning and went to Fred's cage. He had a cage just in the middle of our living room. Fred wasn't moving around as much as usual. Let's just say Fred wasn't moving at all. So the wee 8-year-old Ryan Kelly, the wee optimist that he was back then, said, No, Fred's hibernating. That's what he's doing, he's hibernating. So that was fine. It was like, it's thing to think. And thank God it was a Saturday, and my mum and dad took me back to Ebden's Market, and we went. We went to straight to the pet stall, and we said to the man at the pet stall, look, and I said in my I had a wee bit of a higher pitched voice back then. I said, excuse me, my hamster's hibernating. And the man said to me, and this is word for word, he said to me, no, hamsters don't hibernate, he's dead. Saying that to an 8-year-old. So you can imagine,
rough. Rough.
So I was boo-hoo crying. My dad said, no, look, it took us home anyway, and my dad, God rest him, he was never going to be beaten in that way, and he says, no, hold on. And my dad was, like a lot of Irish men, a whiskey drinker.
Yep.
He liked the tipple, and his John Parr whiskey was his drink, was his Irish whiskey. And so my dad took me Fred out of the cage, and dipped his finger in the whiskey and dipped it onto Fred's lips. Nothing happened. But he said, I'll give it one more go. And he went again, he dipped again, and I swear, as true as I'm sitting here in this seat in the middle of New Jersey, this wee tongue started to lick the whiskey, and Fred came back to life. I swear that's as true as I'm here. I swear. Fred lived for 2 more days. But those were the best 2 days of his life, I would say.
Oh, Fred. He had a bit of a hangover.
But God, what 2 days he had. And then he just passed away peacefully going, well look, I've done it now, I've done a bit, I've had my John Parr's whiskey. But to me, and still to this day, it proves the magical power of Irish whiskey. It still works. That's my take on Irish whiskey.
Yeah. It's very true, and it's to carry on in the same realm. It happened to a friend of ours back at home as well. Got that medicinal power from the whiskey. On that note. Tim Finnegan lived on Walking Street. A gentle Irish whitey odd. He had a rowboat rich and sweet, and to rise in the world he carried on hard. See, Tim had a sort of a tippler's way, and for the love of the liquor poor Tim was born. To help him on his wage day, the drop at the creek there would be more. Well, he had his dance with battles on the fire tower shake. Wasn't it the truth I told me lots of fun at Finnegan's Creek? One morning Tim got rather full. His old head felt heavy, which made him shake. He fell off the ladder and broke his skull, and they carried him home his corpse to wake. They wrapped him up in a nice clean sheet, and they laid him up upon the bed, with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. Well, he had his hands to the bathroom and the fire collar shake. Wasn't it the truth I told me lots of fun at Finnegan's Creek?
Get with the program!
I'd listen to her. When his friend assembled at the way, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. Well, at first she brought him tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco and a brandy punch. The widow Malone began to cry. It's such a lovely corpse that you ever see. Ah, Tim, me pet, why'd you die? Ah, shut your gob, said Molly McGee. I told me lots of fun at Finnegan's Creek. Could everybody just stare for a second? Well, Mary Murphy took up the job. Well, Biddy she, you're wrong, I'm sure. Well, Biddy punched her a belt in the gob and left us sprawling on the floor. A civil war did then engage. 'Twas woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a real erection soon began. But the had it, such a battle around the fire for a shake. like fun with lots of fun and Finnegan's Wake. Well, Mick Maloney ducked his head as a bottle of whiskey flew at him. Well, it missed, and landing on the bed, the whiskey scattered all over Tim. Well, Tim revived, and see how he rises. Tim Finnegan rising in the bed. Saying, will you pass that whiskey round like blazes? Sweet thought and almighty goodness, God, did you think I was dead?
1, 2, 3, 4!
Who's your little one? Well, here's the Fred for coming back to life.